What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another bionano genomics update, ticker symbol BNGO. I think that this stock is set to have an unbelievable week next week, and it is going to go to the moon. We've already seen it go up a very significant amount this week, but I don't think the rally is going to stop anytime soon. So we're going to go over all of the reasons why that is throughout this video. So make sure you stick until the end so you get all of the up-to-date and accurate information. Now, before we get into all of that, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me get this information out to as many people as possible, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and learn about a couple of new ones. So right now, bionano genomics is up around 17% on the day, which is very significant. Yesterday, they were up about 25%, which was also very significant. So bionano genomics is having a very strong week. The main reason for this sharp rally this week was basically that bionano genomics is having its next generation cytogenomics symposium. So basically what this event is, it's a 5-day event from January 11th through January 15th. So today is the last day of this event, and the next generation cytogenomics symposium features leading experts in the study of genomic variants involved in some diseases, and the presentations cover bionano's saphyr data for discovery research, clinical research, and clinical validation studies. Now, each session will end with a Q&A and panel discussion by the speakers. So basically what they're doing is they're showcasing how great their saphyr product is compared to everything else on the market. And as we've seen with the share price this week, it's obviously a outstanding product and is helping these medical professionals do the jobs that they need to do in order to help the quality of life of their patients. So we got some pretty insane updates for bionano genomics today. If we go over and take a look, saphyr can measure large expansions of disease-causing genomic repeats, impossible with other modern techniques, enabling study of broad range of currently inaccessible genetic diseases. That's very important. So the saphyr is allowing these scientists and researchers to research different diseases that they were not able to before, and in such deep depth that they have not been able to do in the past. So this saphyr system is a very, very good system for these researchers. So, and then also genetic disease cases undiagnosed using existing methods were solved by optical genome mapping. So saphyr is also helping these different doctors and researchers give diagnoses to patients. And if you can give diagnoses to different people quicker, you might be able to help their health outcomes and save their lives. So this is a very important system that bionano genomics is coming out with. Now, I'm not an expert in genome mapping, but if you take a look at these first two bullet points, these are very interesting. So if they can study a broad range of currently inaccessible genetic diseases, and they can diagnose these different conditions quicker, they are just going to be providing such a value to the medical community and society as a whole that their share valuation is going to go up substantially in the near future, which is why I think this $8.20 price point right now is nowhere near where BNGO is going to be in the future. I think we could see it break $10 a share next week at the least. One thing that you're going to be wanting to keep a lookout for, though, is these different capital raises that bionano genomics has been doing over the past couple of weeks. So their most recent one was a $101 million underwritten public offering of common stock, and the underwriters exercised their full option to purchase additional shares. Now, if we go over and take a look at the details of this, the price of this offering was about $3.05 a share. So on the day that the details of this capital raise was announced, bionano had a pretty steep fall, but we saw in after hours that it rallied up about 8%. So once investors kind of saw the prospectus and what bionano genomics was going to be using this capital for, investors had a lot more confidence and were put at ease because of these few reasons. So they basically said that they were going to be using their funds for general corporate purposes, which is basically what we see in all of these share offerings, but they also said that they are on the lookout to merge or acquire another company that can help the development of the saphyr system or is going to help them get the saphyr system out into the market very quickly. So we could see an acquisition from bionano genomics in the near future, which I think long term would be a very good sign for the company. But in the short term, if they announce that they are going to be acquiring a company and using a lot of the funds that they have raised for for this acquisition, we might see a short dip in the share price and then a sharp rally up in the future because they are kind of just burning a lot of their cash. We saw this happen a couple of weeks ago when Salesforce was set to acquire Slack, and Salesforce had a pretty sharp dip in their share price, but Slack went up a decent amount on the day that the acquisition was announced. So what kind of kicked off this entire bionano genomics rally was this right here. So bionano genomics was granted a 180-day extension by NASDAQ to regain compliance with the bid price rule. So their bid price rule is essentially, as you can see right here, a $1 minimum closing bid price per share. So they basically just need to have a share price over $1, and they had until about June 28th, we can see right here. Now, right after this extension was announced, Bionano Genomics released their study on an individual with the autism spectrum disorder. This individual was very high functioning and they were a professor. So basically what they did was they provided an analysis of Professor Temple Grandin's genome in one of the most comprehensive evaluations of a single genome of a high functioning individual with autism spectrum disorder. So essentially what they are doing with these different studies with their genome analysis is that they're trying to figure out what affects people's conditions in some other different ways and how can we help these individuals have better health outcomes. So they are really trying to get people to have a better quality of life, which I think is a very good business model for a company to have. If you can help the lives of individuals who have different conditions, whether it be cancer, you're on the autism spectrum disorder, or maybe some other conditions, they're going to be a very valued member of society if they can help people have longer lives and a higher quality of life. If we go down here, we can see that there is some quotes from Professor Temple Grandin, the person that actually went through this study. So she said that when I originally requested to have genetic testing, I had no idea that the test I was getting for autism information would provide me with valuable information for other health problems. It is clearly beneficial for individuals to undergo genetic testing. Those with autism, like myself, may learn important information to guide medical decisions that may possibly save their lives while also potentially finding a genetic link to autism. If you can find this genetic link to autism, there may be ways for treatments or to make the quality of lives of the individuals with autism better, which is massive news. Now, when we pair this with this event over here, the fourth day of Bionano Genomics Symposium, they are set to have an amazing 2021. I think, again, this share price is very low right now in terms of where Bionano Genomics can go in the future if they keep developing this saphyr product and get it out into the market at a wide scale. Bionano Genomics is currently the only company in the world with the technological capability and the progress in their product to do this type of genome mapping. Now, that's very important because there really isn't any competition for them right now in the market. In this market, for these different genome mapping systems could go to the $20 billion mark a year in the near future. And if Bionano Genomics is the top dog in this market, we're going to see their valuation go absolutely insane in the near future. Now, I think that we're going to see when some of the 13Fs come out, which is basically all of the institutions, and you can see what they have bought throughout Q4. I think we're going to see Bionano Genomics on some of their lists. Now, I'm going to be keeping a watch out for those 13Fs as they come out. They've kind of been trickling out over the past week, but if we see Bionano Genomics being backed by some very big institutions, and they are throwing a lot of money into this company, it's going to be a no-brainer to put a substantial amount maybe of your portfolio into this company. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical a lot of the time with these different biotech companies, and the reason for that is that they are so volatile. Now, we can see here that Bionano Genomics was trading for under $1, about 55 cents back in the beginning of December, rallied all the way up to the $7 mark, then crashed back down when they said that they were going to be doing their share offering at about $3.05. And then once this symposium kicked off and they were releasing just unbelievable news about their saphyr system, it has rallied all the way up to the $8 mark. Now, usually if I'm going to be playing a biotech company like this, I'll put a bunch of money into the company, and if it goes up 20%, I will sell off my initial investment, then never touch the profit for the rest of my life, essentially. I want to hold it for at least 10 to 15 years before I think about selling it. So I'm basically playing with house money and the profits. Now, this company could go all the way up to 100 in the next 10 years. I don't really know, but if you're playing with the profit and you've already gotten your initial investment back, the trade becomes a lot less risky and you don't really have to be worried about having so much money in a given trade when the stock is so volatile like bionano genomics. But I think bionano genomics has proved to me this week that this is a very good company. I was a bit skeptical at first because of this FOMO rally. A lot of people were getting into it at a very fast rate, but I think this is a very good company to add to your portfolio, and I think I am going to be adding some shares of this in the near future. Now, nothing I say here is a financial recommendation. I am just doing this for educational purposes only and showing you what I am going to be doing. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me get this information out to as many people as possible and grow my channel. I think 2021 is going to be a great year for us on this channel, and we're going to be able to make a lot of money throughout a lot of different stocks, and when I teach you guys all of the different options trading strategies that I use every day. So that's going to be it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.